Live from beautiful Ohio, it's the OK Boomer podcast, featuring siblings, the real Jean and Laura.
Hello, hello. I'm Jean. And?
Laura. And I am Laura. And we are here to encourage all you boomers, millennials, and everyone in between to be happily okay together. Feel like you're having fun with your watch.
I am. I'm addicted to picking out different watch faces.
Do you ever have it where the favorite watch face you have on suddenly disappears and you've got the Nike thing I don't like?
I did have it disappear at one point, and I turned it on and off.
Ah, there you go.
The old turning things.
Yeah, the Apple Watch face, always a concern. But
they're fun. All righty. Well, and we're having fun, and we hope all our listener friends, hey, here we are.
Here we are.
We're all having fun. Laura?
Yes?
I'm just so excited to hear about your week because we just never know what calamities have befallen you. In fact, I thought we might need to change the name.
Oh, no.
To OK Calamities, OK.
Oh, dear.
Faux pas.
Wasn't there a TV show or book, Calamity Jane?
Yeah, she was. That's you, Calamity Laura. How's Calamity Laura been?
I've actually been very busy, but very good. And I'm sorry, listeners, I don't have a lot of calamities. Just a few little faux pas, but not a calamity this couple weeks. I'm feeling pretty good.
But please listen. Please continue to listen.
Yeah, don't turn us off. Yeah, we're sorry. Maybe more calamities next time.
Something could even happen as we're recording. You never know.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
This is live, sort of. Live for us.
We're just minutes away from a calamity. You never know. All right, Laura, your week.
All right, here I go. I got a whole page worth, so settle back and relax.
Actually, listeners, she has 5 pages.
I do. I was watching the football game last night and I ended up just going from page to page and many notes, but we'll see. All
right, so settle back.
Here we go.
This is going to be a long one.
All right, first off, I am just happy to be alive. Why am I just happy to be chatting and talking and alive? I survived the relay. My team, who has done this almost 20 years.
Your running team we're talking about.
My running team, there's 5 of us in it. We do the Akron Marathon Relay, not the whole marathon. We do it almost every year. I lived through it. I'm so thrilled.
And not only did you live through it, you did well.
I did okay. I mean, by runner standards, it would be mortifying, but I did better than a 15-minute mile, which I was worried about.
Oh, you did great, and you're an old lady, so.
Thanks a lot. But you know what helped me? This is what motivated me through what may be my last race. I may be retiring. I decided along the way, there were a lot of policemen, cops along the way, along the route. I felt very safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up to each policeman and thanked them for their service. It was so
fun.
As
you during the race?
Yes. May have been why my time was a little slower.
Oh, how nice. And did they like this?
I don't know. Some of them did. I can't say that. Some of them looked at me peculiarly. But it gave me a motivation if I could get to the next cop. Cops and babies. I also waved at each stroller and babies. And my grandma nickname is Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
And one because it was on my bib. I thought that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
And one very sweet, little 5-year-old came running up to me and said, "Go, Gigi, go." And I thanked that child, whoever you were.
Oh, she might have added a little pep to your step.
Yes, I think so.
So you had a fun day. You made it fun. You didn't make it grueling and...
Exactly. I decided there's no way I'm going to go fast. Sorry, team. So I just made it fun. It was my swan song.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, then I have to mention Moose. Who might you say is Moose?
Oh, isn't that Bullwinkle?
It's one of them. This is my son and his lovely, beautiful wife. They just got a brand new puppy, so that's been fun.
Oh, so thank goodness it's not a baby named Moose.
No.
So there probably are, right?
It is. There could be, but this is just an adorable, he's a cutie new puppy. So we welcome Moose. He's probably listening as we speak.
He's big.
Well, he's getting there.
Well, he looks big.
Yeah, Rhodesian Ridgeback. They got that cute little ridgy thing. I don't know.
Yeah, so they're happy. And they're getting along as pet parents. Big step.
They are, although I talked to the gal this morning, and he's kind of chewing out of his cloth kennel little things instead of the wire kennel. You know what I'm talking about. Crate.
All right.
Trying to verbalize crate. They got some cloth ones that he's chewed out of 2 of them, but
yeah, better than the furniture. That's next.
Exactly.
What else? What else you got?
It's just been so packed full of fun. We went to
page 2. You're going to be like, what's his name?
I'm flipping. Now I'm on to Zalay's Fall Festival. We took the grandson.
And this is a big tradition.
This is a big tradition.
Tell them about your big tradition.
I do this every year with the kids, and then they became adults, and now we have grandkids. Now, what was extra special this year, might you ask? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, yes. What?
Yes.
What?
They have corn. That's their thing. They sell corn, and they have roasted corn you can buy.
Mm.
Well, I wasn't sure that little Ender was big enough, that's the grandson, to hold his own ear.
Oh,
so
right.
I held his, and he just happily munched along.
And he was able to munch?
Very well.
Oh, and he liked it.
Yes, and at the exact same time...
You were munching from the other side?
No, my OH held up my ear of corn, and I munched from that. We simultaneously munched.
It's like a relay.
It was like a relay. Yes, and then we looked.
And you allowed other people? Did other people notice this?
Everybody gathered. No, nobody gathered, but it was. Just,
so you held his ear. Your husband held your ear,
and we munched pretty much at the same time.
You were a pretty good muncher too. You still have your
good.
choppers.
I kept all my teeth in.
Yeah.
Didn't eat fast teeth.
Did your husband? When did he get an ear?
Yeah, I don't know. He was eating maybe at the same time. I didn't realize. I was just into my own ear. So.
I wish we had photos of that.
I know. I wish we did. I need a lozenge, but there's no lozenge to be found. All right. Now, I had no smoke detectors happening this week. None? No false alarms. Okay. I'm feeling very good. I had 2 little itty-bitty where perhaps the blondness came out. I have a new purse, and the name of the purse is Ditzy. So I'm trying to blame it on the purse.
It really is Ditzy?
Yeah, it really is called Ditzy. Anyway, here we go. I had looked at furniture, and furniture is very hard to get. You're looking at next May, or at best. So frustratingly, I'm trying to contact different furniture stores. So I went straight to the manufacturer. All right. And
in China?
I don't know. Actually, they are out of North Carolina.
Oh, that's true. That's the other.
I wanted to remember the name of the furniture store. So I texted myself. Okay?
Sure.
You're with me?
Yeah.
And I wrote down the name of the furniture store and a phone number, and I just wrote that down so I would have it.
I do that too. In fact, we talked about that. How would we have done 1,000 years ago, keeping track of it? What would you have written it down on?
So now I text myself.
Yes.
Okay. I forget that I've texted myself.
Sure.
I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise with my family.
All right.
And I look at my watch, and I shriek out with excitement, and I say, they contacted me.
Oh, no, Laura!
The furniture store texted me. And my OH is looking at me, and I'm reading it, and then realized it was the text I sent myself.
Oh, no, you've set me off again.
I didn't. It wasn't as bad
so
as
how
the
fun.
Find Your Friend.
So in case you're not getting many texts one day and feeling lonely, you can just
text yourself and forget you texted, and then you're all excited.
And have a conversation with yourself.
Yes.
How are you, Laura? And then you could...
I'm doing just fine. So happy you contacted me. So my OH, I look over at my OH explaining what I've sadly done, and he just pulls up the blanket and just puts it over his head.
Well, what could you do?
What can you do?
I wish I had a blanket right now.
I'm sorry. Anyway, and then I had just one other one. This one is really nothing. I'm sure everyone's done this a lot. So we have our new Apple Watches, which I still call the iWatch, much to the horror of my kids, but I do. So the best feature, this is paying for itself in spades. I can find my phone on it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So I couldn't find my phone for the life of me.
Right.
Just couldn't.
Of course, it was on the charger, but no.
So I'm doing the ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's pretty close. It's pretty loud. ding, 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 ding. I'm walking around. My OH is looking at me like,
It's like your own scavenger hunt.
It was like my own scavenger hunt. Very exciting. And I'm getting sort of frustrated. I'm like, it's so loud, but it's like following me around. And of course, it was in my back pocket. Darn.
How long did it take?
Darn. Well, I don't want to say how long, but I found it.
A couple dings worth, though. Huh?
Probably 3 days. Yeah, 3 searches. So now this is more a question. So those are my calamities. Not bad. Not bad this week. Pretty good. All right. I have a question for you.
Oh.
And this was a gal
I'll straighten up now.
Yes, who was on, it's a driving question. And I thought I was in the right, but she said, why are you doing this? Okay, we're all safe. Don't worry. No grandchildren were in the car. We were driving around. This was before the relay, picking up our packets, delivering things, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Every time I got to a cul-de-sac.
A cul-de-sac.
A cul-de-sac, the circular things at the end of a drive.
How many cul-de-sacs were you?
Well, there were a lot that day. So everybody lives in a cul-de-sac. The 2 houses we went to had cul-de-sacs. All right. I mean, there weren't 20. So when you drive down the road and the house is in the middle of the cul-de-sac.
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes. And there's no island in the cul-de-sac.
No island.
Because some of them have.
It's just a plain circular cul-de-sac.
Right.
I drive around the circle to get to the driveway. I hug the circle.
I think I would do that.
And she kept saying, and I did this a couple of times.
Uh-huh.
And because I had to pick her up, anyway, she says she always goes straight. And she kept wondering why I was circling the cul-de-sac. What say ye? I don't know what the proper driving
I don't know. I think I'm more likely, like you said, to follow the circle. But quite often you're not going to a house that's actually straight, are you?
Both of these, all our houses were straight in the middle. So she was like, I don't know why you won't drive straight. But I felt like I had to hug the circle. That's just a question for your dinner discussion. Now, I had one other topic, which I thought was really funny when I had lunch with my daughter-in-law. Just love her. We were giggling about this, and we said, gotta put it on the podcast. And I wrote it down. Yeah. Now I can't remember. So I asked her last night, and she said, oh, yeah, right, but we can't remember. And I wrote down, I'm not even the height of a doorknob. Why did I write that? I'm so perplexed.
I had the same similar problem, that I had written down something too, and you knew right what it was. Oh, it was Madame Medea in Medina, I think.
Yes.
But I had written to something like Medina's story, and you remembered it. Okay, so what did you write down?
Well, I mean, it's not going to come, but if it clicks to you, I am not even the height of a doorknob. Why did I write that? I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
I think that's going to be the name of our podcast.
I'm not even the height of a
doorknob. That's going to be the name of today's show. So that was your week, huh?
Yes. I mean, I've got lots of other things, but I'm tired of hearing myself. So what say you?
All right. So now here's the kind of boring, serious part of the show. It's my week. my week. All righty. My week's going to start off with a little acknowledgement, a little editorial comment here. I like to keep up with my listeners. So I had a listener. Remember when I was saying how I was so thrilled that I was keeping a list of books I wanted to read, and then I was getting them online from the library. Yes. Ebooks, online, actually Amazon ebooks. Yes. And I was so happy with the system. So any time I would read about a new bestseller that sounded good, I do like what you do. Write a text to myself with the name of that book. And then I was getting it through ebooks. Well, Jane O'Brien, who's a fantastic author, do you remember what kind of books she writes? That time slip series.
Yes.
The time slip. Yes. Back to Michigan in 1850. She kindly wrote me and very nicely said that by doing that, I'm depriving authors of their royalties, which I had not thought about at all. So I'm thankful for her to bring it to my attention. And I guess I'd like to know from other people, do you check out ebooks from the library?
Wow, that's such an interesting thought, but we do want to be mindful of the
I know.
authors. Huh.
Although,
All right.
like Agatha Christie, who has passed on now, but you've heard of Agatha Christie.
A
Yes.
non-reader have heard of her.
How many books do you think she sold? Probably from her whole life and up until today. How many dollars worth of books?
I have no idea.
4 billion.
You knew that. You knew that.
I just read about it because I
Okay.
read a
Wow.
book that featured
4
her.
billion?
Dollars worth of books she's
Wow.
made. Her estate, her and her
Ooh.
estate. So if I check out a library book, is that?
Really?
But I guess that's not the way to look at it. So anyhow, speaking about like duties and what's right or wrong, I received about a month ago a notice for jury duty. Yeah. The small court, they call it the petty court. So it's like misdemeanors. Okay, great. Well, it happened to be the week they had picked for me was the weeks I am going on vacation.
Oh, shucks.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was allowed to defer.
Yes, they let you do that.
Right. It's all online. So I deferred.
Yes.
And then they actually allowed me to choose the weeks I could make it.
Seriously?
Yes. So,
You could pick your own week?
not the first time,
But
says
the second
yes,
time.
since I deferred, I could choose my own week. So I hope I didn't outsmart myself. But I thought I was being very cagey, and this is the week I picked.
Christmas?
Well, pretty much Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes.
Because I figured it would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
If even half of Wednesday. That's not bad.
And I'm thinking, really, would they schedule a trial that week? Really?
No,
Would people?
they wouldn't. And they let you do that?
Yes, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I got the new papers this week.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And you can get out of like, if people want you to bring a lot for Thanksgiving, which will actually be my house.
I'll say I have.
Yeah, I got you jury duty.
No, I don't know if I can bring. I'll bring the cans for the green bean casserole,
Yeah, but may not have time to make.
so
may not have time
we'll
at all.
see. We'll see if it works out fine.
Very sneaky.
So keeping up with my little English country, United Kingdom,
Yes.
I have a little fondness for our
You do.
cousins over the pond,
We do.
across the pond.
Fondness.
I've been watching a cute show about soccer. It involves soccer over in England.
Okay.
Say we're in football season.
We are.
American football season.
Love it.
Real football,
Love it.
not soccer,
Right.
or what they call
Real
football.
tough
So
football.
if we
Go Browns.
had not scored any points in the first quarter, the score would be like, what would you say we had?
0-0. Maybe nothing. 7-0. 7-0.
Right. They use the word
Yes.
nil.
Nil.
Right.
NIL.
Yeah.
Nil.
So
That was on
and
my wordscape this morning.
was it really?
Yes. Oh, the tie that binds.
NIL.
Woo.
Right. So
NIL.
and frequently their scores could be 0-0. So that's what they would say, 0-0.
That's so. That's
Yeah,
so
I thought you'd
fun.
like that.
And it's 0-0.
0-0.
All right.
Speaking of not remembering things,
Yes.
I seem to have forgotten about housework. I don't think I do it as much as I used to. What about you?
Yeah, I don't even think that crosses my mind nowadays. Housework. I mean, very rarely. I probably only really tidy up if something just looks horrible to me and I can't take it anymore, or people come over.
So if you're
that's
having
it.
company,
Yeah, then I feel slightly obligated to
right,
clean.
or if you spill something
Yeah, swish a toilet. here
right,
and
or
there.
burn something up.
Right.
No, I just wondered, so I'll
yeah.
kind of take that off my to-do list.
Not a big topic, right?
Right, onward.
Yes.
I read a good blog post
Yeah.
about living with a joyous and a cheerful heart. Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be really nice if every gal we knew,
Including ourselves.
yeah.
But it would help if other
Yeah.
people did it.
I'm looking at other people, but you're right, including ourselves. Do tell if we were filled with joy.
And a cheerful heart.
Yeah.
Which I think ties in with our, the idea of having a purpose. So we're not just doing all these like random things during the day, like, right, cleaning the kitchen and picking up a baby and
That's good
running to
stuff,
the
though.
grocery. Right, but all these little random chores,
Yes.
they're more, if you could tie it together as a purpose that you are like creating a wonderful way for your family to live, or you were expressing yourself as a wife and mom and feeling like you were contributing to the happiness of your family. If you made it a purpose.
That you're spreading joy in what you do. And actually, my dear sibling, I feel like you do that for me.
Oh!
I mean that.
Wow,
I always
what?
feel so good. Like if I'm feeling a little down or every time I'm with you, I always feel buoyed up. Buoyed? You know what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
I do.
Right.
You lift my spirits. I can say the
Well,
word.
that's nice. So that could be, right.
And isn't
my
it
purpose.
biblical? Do things with a cheerful heart.
Right, with gladness and
Thanksgiving.
oh, yes.
Leading into Thanksgiving.
Giving, right. Yeah, right. So I'm going to remember that. And one funny little thing, at least it was funny to my OH and I, before I'm done with my week. One funny little thing. We heard someone else told us this, that once you retire, your week is 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. Although it is hard to remember sometimes what day it is.
Quite often. More often than not. Although I don't know that I feel like it's 6 Saturdays yet. We're getting there.
So you would have an occasional Monday, Tuesday kind of feeling?
Yeah, I do. I hate to say that, not quite. But that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
With a joyful heart.
With a joyful heart. So let's continue the podcast in a joyous way. I think you have some really good stories to share.
I actually do. Just a couple of stories that personally brought me joy. One is we do things from time to time for a dear sweet lady who lives down the road. And her husband passed away maybe 9 years ago. She's delightful. So we like to help her. Well, she was telling us, and it just goes to show you can be a hero and not even really know it, just in everyday life. So this gal, and she's just wonderful, just like us as boomers, she's a little older, but trash day, of course, is very important to all of us. And we anxiously await and know when our trash people come. So it's a big deal. We talked about that before, Jean. So she was looking out her living room window and staring at her trash cans. Nobody was coming.
No sign of the trash truck.
No sign.
But sometimes that happens.
But that can happen. So she waited a little longer. She's getting a little concerned because she thought she had heard the trash. Yes. Just like we keep hearing our mower here.
Such a wonderful sound. Oh, yes, the mowers. We've had to deal, professionals that we are, with the mowers swooping by.
Right,
But at least we're not mowing.
No, we are not.
So back to your friend in the trash can.
All right, so she's sitting in her living room, thought she heard the garbage truck, but there's no sign. So she peers around and realizes way down the street, she sees the garbage truck.
Oh, great.
Yes. But then she realizes it's not moving.
It's not coming. It's there, but it's not coming.
Right.
What?
So she did the right thing and she called the garbage company. I don't know that I would have done this. Maybe. And she called them up and said she was a little concerned that the garbage truck was not moving.
It was late and not moving.
Late and not moving. Well, good thing the garbage people sent somebody out, because it turns out he had like a real medical emergency happening. I don't know if it was a heart attack, but he was slumped at the wheel. So because of her doing this, and he's fine today, but because
praise the Lord, which she would say.
Yes, she would say praise the Lord, and she will say this is a God moment, and I think it was.
She could have saved his life.
Yes. So thankfully he is fine, but who knows what could have happened. So
So sometimes us little old ladies, it's good that we're keeping track of things. Although some kudos too to the actual garbage trash company, because a lot of people would have maybe just said,
"Oh, sure, he's taking a long lunch," or
whatever. We'll check later.
It's just some old lady worried about her trash,
right?
But it wasn't. So she is a hero, and I don't know why our local, I should maybe mention it to our local newspaper.
That is fantastic. That makes me feel good.
I know.
Good for her. I'm sorry for the man, but I'm glad
he's absolutely
recovered.
Fine. And I feel like she's also said that he followed up and I don't know if he left her he left her something as a thank you for really possibly saving his life. So
or at least, yeah.
a feel-good story. So kudos to us.
Well, that's just the best part of our podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's just more joy to share. All right, I do have another little heartwarming story.
Oh, good.
A little bit different. You know the OH&I. It's either Bob Evans or this time it was Cracker Barrel.
Ooh.
Oh, they have those good pecan pancakes are just the best. So,
Oh, do they?
yes,
Ooh,
they really do.
I haven't been there in a
So
while.
it was a big Friday night.
Oh, do you play the game? Do they still have that?
No, they did not have it
Oh,
on
they
our
took it
table.
away?
The little golf tees. that
And
you
the triangle?
try to- Yeah, did not see it.
Oh, is that a COVID thing, do you
It
think?
probably is.
That's
Sad.
hard to do. I could get it maybe down to 2 sometimes.
It's very hard to do.
All right. Anyhow,
I think I have one, and maybe next time we should take our own. That'd be fun. Honey, let's go to Cracker Barrel
and look what I brought.
and we'll bring our own little game to put on the table. Oh, the other people at the restaurant would be jealous.
We'll save that for the weekend, right?
Yeah. So it was a big Friday night.
Yes.
Now, heading into this, my Sprinter van daughter and I,
Guess where is she now?
she's
Not right
in-
by you.
She was in
Oops.
Bryce Canyon. No, she's not by me. I didn't make that mistake twice. She's in Bryce Canyon, Utah, actually.
Oh.
I know.
everything-
She sent pictures. It's just
Beautiful,
gorgeous.
huh?
Oh,
So she's liking that.
Yes, yes. And for some reason, the little video she sent, panoramic, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then she ended just focusing in on like 2 blackbirds. I don't know why. So I don't know if that was something special and exotic or just her.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I liked it. Oh, I said a name I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
All right. So
Cracker Barrel.
So
Meanwhile, back at...
before her big trip west,
Yeah.
we had bought together, because we love eyelashes, we wanted to experiment with the magnetic eyelashes. Now, they used to make them that they were 2 eyelashes that you spring together on your eyes, and it was very hard to do.
Oh.
It's complicated. You made like a sandwich with your real lashes, too hard. Now, you can buy eyeliner that has little magnets in it.
Right, I think you... Yeah.
Yes,
So you actually tried it.
Yes. So we bought it. We tried it. Poof, they went on. They looked great. Probably a little more for like a real party, but they were on my eyes.
Yeah.
So I am leaving to go to Cracker Barrel with my new eyelashes.
Well...
And bat them away, I did.
So they gave you the best table, didn't
Yes,
they? Right
they
by the
did.
fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Marched you right there.
So there we were, and I'm feeling pretty spunky with my new eyelashes.
What did your
fluttering away.
OH think? What did he think?
I think he was pretty dazzled. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta
All
say.
right.
Works every time. So all of a sudden, one of the servers announced to the entire room, and it was pretty crowded on a Friday night.
Yeah.
She announced, we are all going to sing happy birthday to this dear, sweet 98-year-old.
Oh, how wonderful. Oh, you lucky.
She was
to be there for that.
It was fantastic. She was 2 tables away, and it must have been her great-grandson. Maybe he was 20 at best.
Yeah.
And he and his grandmother were there together, just the 2 of them.
Oh,
And
I'm crying.
I know. We all sang happy birthday. It was just so dear. So dear. So she was very thankful, and when she walked out, everybody was saying happy birthday. It does get me a little sudsy.
I know.
So sweet. So we were talking to our server afterwards, and we were saying how delightful this was and how sweet. And she sort of nodded, and she looks at me quizzically, but she didn't say anything. So you know what I'm going to say.
I think so.
I got back to the car and looked at myself, and my one eyelash is just sort of sticking out, dangling, looking bad. So there you go. But for a while I was fat and I'm feeling
So
great.
I think the 98-year-old beat you, didn't she?
She did.
Right?
She
She
did.
did not beat you, but
Oh, and she looked great. So all you boomers out there,
Yeah.
there you go. 98, marching yourself in and out of Cracker Barrel just fine.
Right. Or mid-80s and being a hero.
Yes, mid-80s and being a
And
hero.
then there's you.
And then there's me. So, but anyway.
Great stories, Laura. Thank you.
I thought
Yeah.
it would make you feel good.
It did make me feel good. When you were just talking about your kids, I'm going to do a radical subject change here.
Woo,
Sorry.
yes, I can keep
When you
up.
were talking about your kids, my older son called me all excited. He had a great idea for our podcast.
Oh, okay.
Right. He said, you can't just talk about wine and getting together with your girlfriends. I said, well, actually, we don't talk
We
about.
don't talk about that. No.
Right.
No.
We tell embarrassing stories about you. No, I didn't say that, but he had an eye. So I'm like, well, thank you for thinking of us. What's your idea?
Yes, we're open.
Yeah. He thinks that you and I should go to a haunted house and record ourselves as we go through it.
Really?
Yeah.
The first thing that strikes me more than the haunted house is the thought that we could actually record while we're walking.
That would be a lot for
That
us.
would be a lot.
It's enough to do it sitting here with mowers going by.
Right. Really? Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I told him, I said, I really think I'm too scared to, I would not enjoy that at all. Maybe we could stand outside or hayride. I used to like those. He reminded me of hayrides.
I could do a hayride, but I do like haunted houses.
Do you?
They don't scare me at all.
Oh, well, then we should go through
We
one.
maybe should.
They don't scare you at all?
No.
You laugh? You laugh at severed heads.
I do.
You scoff at.
I scoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just say, you can't scare me. I'll bat my lashes at you.
Yeah, that'll do it. Well, happy Halloween. And as we look outside watching the mower, but also watching the progress of the mower, but also there's just a faint start to the trees changing. Very faint.
Oh, there is.
But there is a faint change. So
no,
happy
it's
Halloween.
happening.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with fall. I'm okay.
Oh,
and I still have joy in my heart.
I'm good. That's our new motto. Joy in our heart. So have a great week. And Pat, sending you some joy.
You betcha. And of course, you can find us at okboomerpod.com.
Oh, yes.
And
or
on your favorite podcast platform, it's OK Boomer Podcast.
all 3 words, I think, huh? Okay.
OK
Boomer Podcast. So you got to say it with the break. Okay.
Boomer Podcast. Just type it in, and our happy faces show up with our iWatch. And they were iWatches when we took that picture.
All right. I love you. And that was so sweet. We're just all happy sisters, aren't we?
We are happy siblings. All righty. Love you. Till next time.
Toodaloo.
Be sure to come back to beautiful Ohio and the OK Boomer podcast. To listen to previous episodes or to drop us a line, visit okboomerpod.com.